Oh, she's a Glick. Na-na-na. House. Welcome back. It's week 2 of the Gran Turismo Panama versus 2 over 4 the challenge on Sim Racing System, and we're back in the Glickenhaus SCGO3 at Road Atlanta, a track at which I am traditionally terrible. But that's not going to get in our way. Tonight we are back in the Fred Söderstedt decorated number 97. Bringing it against the best in the business on SRS. Ethan Dean is here, James Leader is here, Martin Smith, Scott Warner, Billy Black, Alex Nelson, all the fast boys from both leagues, from both clubs. We got Vince, we got Andres. Who else? We've got 2 people using Andres' skin. Pedro Luis just riding along with Andres' skin. Ramiro, Diego, let's see, Derek, yep, Emiliano, who is now the highest seed. That's interesting. I think because Vince missed last week. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to be a back marker. But you know what? This is not my challenge series at all. It's not that I don't take these races seriously, but I don't take success in it seriously. I'm just kind of joining to support GTP and have some fun. I'm also curious about the Glickenhaus. I've never run it before this series, so I kind of want to see how this goes. So I'm just joining this series because I like GTP and I'm curious about the car. Hey, look, that's a familiar screenshot that we just saw in the title card. Now, as if Fred... Hey, what's up, James? As if Fred doesn't deserve enough credit for what I'm doing in this series this season, I'm also going to be using his setup. So now he's contributed
Your
delivery.
Skin is okay.
My headphones are not plugged in. But I'm not only going to be using his livery, I'm also going to be using his setup. So that's fun. Good luck to you as well. There we go. I get some headphones plugged in. Now I can hear it. Yeah, I was wearing the headphones and then didn't hear anything. I was like, what's going on? It does feel pretty good, doesn't it? Fred is a pretty great race engineer for this. All right, let's get out here and get some practice in. Sorry about the yawning, but my goodness. The great part of my job is that I have it. And I finally got introduced to the stuff I'm actually going to be working on. And it kind of blows my mind. Like, the system that I'll be contributing to is, I don't know if I'm at liberty to discuss anything about it, but let me just tell you, it's pretty awesome. Happy to be aboard. Looking forward to being productive later this week as I join the development team in earnest. Just coming out here for a warm-up. Not really trying to be hot yet. I do need all the help I can get at Atlanta. I'm not good here. Which is somewhat of a relief. Like every time a series comes here, I'm like, well, I'm just not going to do well here. And I've just resigned myself to that. And just go do it anyway. I still need to turn this thing down. My goodness, this car is loud. Can you guys hear the game okay? Do I need to turn it back up? The Primera was even louder. So, that was something. You're right, Fred. Third does work coming out of there. I was going down to second in practice. Woo-hoo! Crest under the Fox Factory Bridge is still terrifying. Nice. Turn, please. You know, I kind of didn't believe the sounds for the Ligier P3 in Project Cars 2, but this thing sounds pretty similar. Maybe that's just the way these things sounded. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a LMP3 car in person, or more to the point, heard an LMP3 car in person, but man, those big V8s, they're really a joy to listen to, especially in a race where you got 30 of them. The IMSA weekend last year at VIR had a LMP3 event on the schedule, and that was really fun to watch. These guys can really wheel those things around. The coolest part of it, well, besides the close racing, one of the cars there was sponsored by iRacing, and they actually painted the car with one of the stock liveries that comes with the P3 car in the game. Or, you know, I don't know if they actually have P3 cars in iRacing, but I know I've seen, maybe it's one of the P2s in the IMSA series, but it was like the white and orange livery with kind of blue and purple accents on it. It's like, I've seen that on somebody's iRacing stream, and there it was on a real car at the VIR weekend. It's kind of funny. Oh, I don't have Jim in my ear telling me the practice has been over for a while. So are softs going to be worth it in quali? I don't know. Remember when F1 was V8s? I remember when F1 was V12s. Big, throaty, naturally aspirated V12 Ferrari engines.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Sure, let's try it. So we're going to load the setup. We're going to just change to softs. We're going to take some fuel out. Not that much. Let's go out with 5 laps of fuel. Oh, I should probably.
Exit is clear. Watch the white line.
I should
Okay,
probably
Pasha,
bounce
we've
for
got
liveries at some
9 minutes to get a decent
You're
lap
kidding
in.
me. All right, you know what? I'll just bounce for liveries now. Well, Silverstone and Road America are going to be, or Road Atlanta. Damn, I always do that. They're going to be pretty different. You might notice some cosmetic differences. I'm using a 2018.
Your skiing
or sorry,
is okay.
using a 2019 IMSA weekend livery. Not livery, but skin pack for the track. So the curbs are now blue. We've got the Michelin building off to the side. It's pretty impressive. Oh no. Okay. So I think this is how the track was dressed for Petite last year. And through a quirk of Content Manager that I'm sure is intentional, if you select the skin in single player mode and then join SRS, it gets applied. So here we go with the 2019 skin for Road Atlanta. And an SRS race. Very Swede friendly, yes. It does, doesn't it? I didn't. Why am I still on mediums? I did change it, didn't I?
Yellow flag, caution.
I guess I didn't.
Fastest lap for Dean, 121.5. P5.
And the car didn't turn. Save it, please. There we go.
Sector 1 is 2.6 off the pace. The car in front's lap
Nice.
time is at 128.5.
Oh, everybody's already 2 seconds faster than my PB, and it's most of their out
The
laps.
leader's
Awesome.
just done a 120.7.
Thank you. I'm going to need it. I'm going to be at the back.
Sector 2 is 1.5 seconds off the pace.
Just in Sector 2. Unbelievable. Well, every race needs a back marker, and sometimes it's me. You know, it's funny, I'm
10th
reminded...
position. Sector 3 is 0.2 off the pace. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
I'm reminded of the pro sim racing events where they've been doing the IMSA schedule. We started with Daytona, and I won, and then we went to Sebring, and I was literally the last car running.
Sector 1 is 2.1 seconds off the pace. Take it
2
easy,
seconds
got
off
cold
in
tyres.
one sector. Jeez.
New fastest lap for Nelson,
Incredible.
120.0.
Starting to wonder if I should pull off the track because I'm just going to be unsafe out here.
Okay, Pasha, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
I actually debated whether I even wanted to stream
Sector
tonight.
2 is 1.2 off the pace.
The problem is, like, if something interesting did happen and I wanted to put it on the internet, it takes like hours just to properly edit a 20-minute race video. On the other hand, if I stream and it all sucks and I don't want to ever think about it again,
You're now 4.0 off the pace.
then
Sector
I'm
3
still
is
stuck
0.5
streaming a race
off the
where I don't
pace.
have fun. I'd rather be able to record the race and decide, well, that wasn't fun for everybody. Surely nobody's going to want to watch that, and I just throw it away and never think about it again. But if it's decent or at least interesting, then I'm stuck editing it for hours.
Sector 1 is 2.1 seconds off the pace.
Welp. That's me at Road Atlanta for you.
That's a new fastest lap for Dean, 119.7.
I'm not even midfield. I'm all the way at the back.
10 minutes of fuel remaining. Sector 2 is 1.1 off the pace.
Jeez. Might start from the pits. Oh, come on! That was actually going to be halfway decent for me. This is going to kill my next lap, too. So I'm going to have no speed coming out of here. I'm stuck in the damn sand. Alright. Can I even get out here for another lap?
Take care, there's a car approaching.
On your left, clear left.
Yellow flag.
Oh,
15th
hi.
place. Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Dang, Gene's in P5. Nice.
Your tire temperatures look good.
He actually enjoys this track.
Skins unavailable. Carry on.
Yellow flag. Keep your wits about you, mate.
That's not the line. Oh, there's somebody in the way there.
P16.
Wow.
Fastest lap for Nelson. 119.4.
Now, how do you do it to start from the pits without a penalty on you? You just go to grid and then hit the warp to pits button, and then you just wait for everybody to go by? I think that's how it works, right?
Sector 1 is 2.3. Off the pace.
Wow, somebody's faster than Ethan, and he's on mediums. Sorry, Ethan, but I needed time.
Sector 2 is 0.9. Off the pace.
Of course, if I don't get one, then F me, right? And of course I
Yellow
lost
flag.
the lap
Watch
right
out.
at the
That's
end.
the end of the session. P18.
Yeah, I'm starting from the pits. Screw it. That still would have only gotten me, what, P14? Yeah, forget it. It's totally not worth it. Alright, never mind. This is going to be awful. Let's just start from the back and see how many places we can make up from people dying. Yeah, well, I was trying to cut in so that I didn't drift wide, just trying to make the corner and failing, which is what had been happening previously. But yeah, that doesn't work either. Like I said, Road Atlanta and I just don't kind of hate it. Whatever. I did score quite a victory, though. 2 victories last night after the stream. I did get my son's remote control car fixed at about midnight. Got it all put back together, and it works, and he's been playing with it all day today. It's been pretty great. And even better news, selfishly, I finally got the original zerobandwidth.net domain name back. The Chinese scammers who had jumped on it when I derped out and forgot to renew the domain 2 years ago. Let it go, apparently. And I just randomly happened to be searching domains and decided to, I don't know, torture myself by looking up whether my old domain was available. And it was. So I've seized it back.
Okay, Pasha,
and I'm never letting go. So, here we go. Here's the race. Warp to pits. Screw that noise. Thank you, James. I have warped to pits for the start because it doesn't make a difference for my starting position. So there you go. I'll wait for everybody to go by and pull out. Yay. Are you Well, might as well take the penalty anyway then. And I can't go back to pits. Thought this setup was for the race. Alright.
Green, let's go, let's go.
Screw it. And I'm now locked. Awesome. Well, that's just the way tonight's gonna go.
Nelson is leading the race.
Alright, well, that's... Why should I expect anything else from being here tonight? I'm gonna be a lap down by the time I get out of here.
All clear on pit exit, you can push now. Yellow flag, caution.
Nice! Off to an excellent start. Ethan is already on my relative behind me. Yeah. Be cool. At a track that sucks. Okay.
Dominguez is reeling you in. The gap's now 1.1 seconds. Alright, Pasha, the next car is black.
Yeah, but who's in it?
Right side. Hold your line. Clear right. Left side. Still there. Hold your line. Still there.
Might as well battle somebody,
Hold your
right?
line. Clear left. Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
The car in front of us is Dominguez.
Figures after having a strategy where I start from the back to avoid the wreck, and then screw that up by not fueling properly, then nobody dies in a wreck. It's the one clean race ever in the history of coming to Road Atlanta in SRS. Oopsie.
Yellow flag.
Car left. Clear left.
Honestly, I didn't try to curse you,
That's the
Ramiro.
new fastest lap for Nelson, 120.0.
4 seconds faster. Hey, car, would be nice to turn. Wait, are you out, Gene? What the hell? You qualified P5, didn't you? Oh, jeez. Well,
The gap ahead is now 14 seconds. Cold tyres all round.
didn't expect to beat you this evening.
119.
This is yet another
15 minutes
race
remaining,
of
15 minutes to go.
bad strategy, poorly executed. Jeez.
Yellow flag, caution. Dominguez, behind, is pitting now. New fastest lap for Nelson, 119.9. Nelson is now leading.
Oh, Emiliano, no.
Yellow flag.
Well, maybe I spoke too soon.
Seventeenth place.
Cashing out to our resident conspiracy theorist. Are we doing ACC? No, this is AC. Oh, come on, thing.
The gap in front is now 1.8 seconds.
Oh, dang it.
You've just done a 124.7. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Don't stop and look. What is this? Rush hour traffic? There's somebody stopped. Why don't I stare at their car instead of driving?
Right side.
You drive me into the grass? Really, dude?
Hold your line. Clear right.
Well done, Pasha. Good pass. Eyes front.
Gotta beat Alex Jones, yeah.
The gap behind's increased to 1.7 seconds. P15. Your lap time was 124.7.
Oh no.
Okay, Pasha, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Oh god,
That's
it's
half
only the
distance.
halfway point.
Fuel levels are fine.
Alright then. Bouncy, bouncy.
That last lap was a 123.1.
Not sure how I held on to that. Well, I've ended up in the situation that I kind of wanted to be in, which is where I just kind of tool around by myself and experience the car.
Nelson is leading the race.
Oh no. Didn't we figure out that I'm older than Gene? I forget. No cracks on Gene's age if I'm older. And let's not forget, Kit Rechik is a member of Too Old for Forza, and he's like 70-something years old, and he kicks my ass at half of these races.
Nail every corner. Let's take whatever chances we can. That lap was a 122.9. That's your fastest lap.
I'm taking a chance just being out here, Jim. Just set my PB in this car.
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 12 seconds.
That's what happens when you believe downforce is a liberal conspiracy. I shouldn't be too hard on the guy. Especially since it's not even Gordon anymore. It's Diego. How did Diego end up back there? Come on, car. Please turn that way.
We're seeing minor wear all around.
Uh-huh. Funny thing is, what happened at Silverstone in this car was just bad luck. What's
You've
happening
just done
tonight is because I suck at Road
123.4.
Atlanta. Speaking
Nelson
of,
is now in the lead.
speaking of starting from the pits and avoiding the incidents, whatever happened to Pete Parasetti? I haven't seen him in a while. Had some good races and conversations with him. He started,
P15.
what was it, Gentleman Racers or whatever it is? Gentleman Drivers, that's the one. Nope. Someone didn't check fuel. Well, I was handed a setup and told to use it in the race. I trusted my crew chief. My race engineer told me this was the setup for the race. I said, okay.
The gap behind is now 11 seconds. You've just done a 123.1.
But no, really, I just forgot to check the fuel.
Okay, Pasha, relax, focus, keep it smooth. 5 minutes to go.
Keep it smooth. That would assume that I've ever been smooth in the first place. Are those the leaders? Yep.
Blue flag.
I am not catching the car in front of me ever, so I can't go through the pits to let these guys by, but I need to find a good place to do it without killing them.
Blue flag.
I know. Oh God! Well, an opportunity has presented itself.
That lap time was 123.9. Fastest lap for Dean, 119.5. Blue flag.
On your right. Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
Well, considering I started a minute behind these guys, the fact that I'm only being lapped with 3 minutes to go is something, I guess. Did you just misspell my name after we've been racing together for a year? What have you been drinking, my friend? I am not the main character from Emperor's New Groove. Though it is an excellent film.
The gap behind is now 7.2 seconds. All right, Pasha, you've got half your fuel left. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Oh, it just didn't want to turn this lap. That's fine. You can do your own thing. That's great. You're only the car, and I'm only the driver. Stuck in the cockpit, hurtling towards death. Pachanga? Is that a relation to chimichanga? Oh, jeez.
Nelson is now leading.
Nope, nope, nope. Okay.
One more lap to go. That lap was
Yay.
123.2.
Getting lapped means running one fewer laps. Yay.
Blue flag.
You want to beat me in a head-to-head challenge? Pick Road Atlanta as one of the 6 tracks.
Dean is leading the race.
Did he get it? Did he get the win? No. Did they cross the line? Do I have a...
That's a new fastest lap for Dean, 119.4.
No. Oh, jeez.
15th place. And there's the finish. Good result, mate. Well done.
Yeah, okay. Alright, well. Yeah. That was something. That battle for the lead looks like it was way more fun to watch than what I just did. By less than 0.2 of a second, Alex Nelson over Ethan Dean. My goodness. Let's go watch that instead. Hi, Gene. Good to see you out here. Also see Gene's death. I don't really know if we need to do that. Alrighty. Let's start with the fun stuff. Oops. Dang it. Well, I'm too late to even catch that. There we go. Let's see. It's time for Livery Showcase. Starting with this one, crafted by the lovely and talented Fred Silverstone. As it says on the spoiler. Spoiler alert. I didn't make this. I love it. It's so nice. That's a stock one. Gordon Jacobson in the number 96. Henry Firearms, Conspiracy Theorist, Grand Marnier Guinness. Fly Navy. I think he's got Air Force on here too, doesn't he? He used to. And Snaggle Post, because why not? Right? SRS TV, pirating Ethan's livery, so let's get back to him. Emiliano Videla, the number 89, GTP. This is nice. These look amazing. He's got purple accents on his car this time around. Up front, we have Alex Nelson in a Easter theme. I don't know what's going on here. Hoppy livery. Sure. Looks cool though. Why not? Yeah, well, that happens, Ethan. Here's Ethan Dean in number 57. This motif really does work on everything. Look at that. Car Barn, Impact Racing, half the race gone. Subscribe for cool things. Nice big channel banner on the back. Oh, found Murray. Yay, scavenger hunt. Scavenger hunt done. There's Murray. Alrighty, let's see. James Leader in the number 9. Nick Barknecht in that one. Derek Abrego in the 57. Wow, the stream is really behind. It's just now getting to Ethan's car. I've moved on. So here is... Who was this? Derek in the 57. Seafoam accented GTP. Team car. Very cool. Gene Dolmu's in number 22. This is awesome. Pattern might look a bit familiar. He didn't give credit like I did. That looks nice. Nice two-tone gray with bright yellow. Number 70 time, Ramiro Dominguez. I feel like we owe it to these guys to really shout out their names like soccer players. Nice custom helmet and suit as well for all these guys. Very well done. Whoa, Martin Smith. This is a unconventional. Still kind of reminds me of those Harlequin Golfs. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's meh. 28 Diego Cisneros in the dark blue accents. Also nice. How much actual sponsorship activity do you guys get for all these decals? Andres Lopez, I think this is his older livery, and it got overwritten by Sim Racing Skin this time around, because I know I've seen the new version of the livery on his car in a previous week. That's annoying. Oh well. This one looks nice too, though. The older design. Worth a second look. Milky Black in the camo livery. That's a stock one. That's a modified stock one. Johnny Major got the warthog nose. Anthony Castillo. This is a cool one. He's got Too Old for Forza on there. You know, I made custom number plates for this challenge series and gave them to both leagues. I don't think they're using them. Oh well, whatever. Vernon Whitley in the number 9, stock 40s, and we're back to me. So that's cool. That's the livery stuff. So my race is entirely uninteresting. So what I'm going to do is move on back and watch people who know what they're doing race this track. 4th and 2nd split, well done. All right, we're going to advance to the first minute. Here we go. Emiliano. Someone buy this man a 6,000 mile cable. And away they go at the front of the field. Ethan up the inside, takes the place. Does he get clear in time for the chicanes and the S's? Yes, he does. He's through to the lead of the race. Alex back on the inside, my goodness. Side by side down the hill. Ooh, that's dicey. Yeah, that was tense. What kind of cameras do I have here? Oh, just the one, because of course. These cars sound like you're barely driving them. Just this sort of low brrr. You gotta leave the space. No, I like the plates. It's funny. Because what we were doing for the Gene versus Zero Bandwidth series, we gave out like the white background with black numbers, like the plain plate, and then Gene's had a blue and purple background, and mine had a gray one. So it's like the hosts of the series got their own. So when these guys started their challenge, I made up a special. I actually added it to the universal number template that's on Race Department. So there's like the black on white plain Jane plate for most people, but then there's like a blue and orange that matches Too Old for Forza. You can put over it with, I think, white numbers, and then there's a GTP version that has the blue and red from the Panama flag with white numbers over it. So they can also have like the two clubs that are part of the challenge could be in their own like class looking plates, whereas everybody else runs the plain Jane black on white. But I mean, it's a shame in a way that SRS is so harsh on incidental contact, because a race like this where you've got two very evenly matched drivers, you're going to bang fenders. Like, it's going to happen no matter how clean and careful you are. You're just gonna rub. You're gonna rub. And whether you mean to or not, like, incidental contact happens, and for that to be 3 points off your championship every time it happens, in a way, I get the point where it's trying to strongly discourage any kind of contact whatsoever, but you're almost discouraging people from racing closely at that point. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. This is a track where people tend to suddenly die. Hit from behind by a lapped car. Like, what? What? Yeah, Ramiro's with GTP. He's actually really good. He's the one that I had that huge battle for second with at VIR in the VLN series last year. And he wrecked out in the final corner, and I ended up going through for second. I was so happy. I'm watching a race here between the two leaders. Like, I'm trying to learn something here. I'm not really. I'm just watching two guys duke it out at the front of the field where I'm never going to be. Road Atlanta and I just don't get along. It's fine. I don't care. Doesn't hurt me. It don't matter to Pacha. Is that my name now? Is this like a Big Lebowski gag now? It don't matter to Jesus. Bush League sack out stuff. Somebody just stooped or stopped. Yeah, I saw a couple of cars just parked for a while. Like, okay. I think Emiliano pulled over when his connection started to fail. But yeah, there were a couple of other cars that were just like, meh, I'm done. Like, okay. That's up to you. Maybe they didn't fuel? Nobody does that. I don't know. It's interesting to speculate what might have happened if I had gone out and then pitted for fuel instead of taking the 30-second penalty at the start. But, I mean, I already made up 6 positions, so I'm not one to complain. Left your lights on. Yes, that's got to be it. Who died at the start around P10? I don't know. Yeah, that was exciting. I never did get that last corner right because the car, I don't know. I'm not going to blame the setup, but it is a pretty loose setup. And it never could decide whether it wanted to push and die in the outside wall or get loose and die on the inside wall. But it was constantly, like, the only way I made it through the final corner on the course each lap was to try and, like, confuse the car into which death it wanted more. And because it never picked either one, I managed to make it. Like, that was... I wasn't in control, it was just the two ways of being out of control fought each other and balanced, and I managed to just luck out every lap. That's just how you drive this course, I guess. I'm not blaming the setup, that's my point. Like, it's just a loose setup, it's fine. A competent driver could make something of it. Yeah. Well, I hit the crest at an angle every lap. It just wasn't the same angle in any given pair of laps. I just kind of... And it looks like this car should have a ton of downforce, but I don't know. It just plows. Phrasing. This is the battle for the lead of the race, and it hasn't separated by more than half a second the whole time. That's remarkable. Jump in the car. Has a long nose. Yeah, I guess it does. Interesting, you guys did go to second there. I never could decide which way was better. Yeah, I took the loose setup as well. Because I did have lots of problems with understeer before. I don't know. I don't know. It's just this track and me. We just don't play nice. Alright, so where does this start getting spicy? Yeah. You really have to hit it just right. 4th gear for the top of the S's. You're kidding me. I was going to 3rd there. I guess that's why I was 2 seconds slower just in Sector 1. Jeez. Yeah. Sliding sideways over. Okay. That was daring. He might have. The sort of place where you go for a short gearing setup, but then you have to make it down the long straight as well. Ooh, little slidey. Yeah. Yeah, he might have shortened the gears in mid-range just to get a little bit of extra grunt out of the corners. 4th gear over the crest, incredible. Tough defense there. Oh, you can't change individual gears? Interesting. Yeah, it still seemed pretty ambitious. But yeah, it was a good... there are plenty of drivers who have gotten shaken by that. Is this where he caught up to me? No, that was later. I hope I didn't scare you guys by trying to let you through in turn 1. But I just screwed up the S's uphill at the end, and I just didn't want to be in your way. I wish I'd had a way to like signal you guys to be like, I'm gonna let you through now, instead of just looking like I was crashing. I was trying not to hold you up. It was just bad timing. Okay, so we let some guys by on the front straight. That's good. Hop back out here. Alright, I wish AC supported instance qualifying like iRacing does, so you wouldn't run into people like this, but it is what it is. Everybody has the same situation. It's just some people sometimes just get a big advantage or a big disadvantage just out of nowhere. Just like the race. Well, the speed differential is so huge sometimes. It's just like, okay, you know what? I'm getting out of the way. The downhill into the final corner. Yeah, that's a place. I actually had to battle him. That's where I was in the field. So looks like Alex made it through the traffic a little bit better. I just like the car at this point. It's just like, let's watch the lead battle. Oh, you want the lap car to be like, here, take my slipstream for a while. Yeah, I'll do that sometimes. Like especially in the multi-class races, where I'm like, all right, I'll just chill here, and you're especially if you're in a faster class car, you know you're gonna get by anyway, so there's no point in pulling off the line. As a GT, you just hold your line and let them do whatever. Better than hitting from behind, yeah. This lead battle just never broke up, did it? That's crazy. Oh, there I am screwing up. I don't remember if this is the lap you catch me or if there's one more. But at this point, I'm like, I don't want to screw up the lead battle of this race, so I'm going to take whatever opportunity comes up to just pull over. That must have been next lap. Push. Push the car. Wee. Here I am being terrible. I thought you guys might pass me on the backstretch, but you weren't close enough yet. That would have been ideal. Goodness me. I guess I'm not past my bedtime or something. This lead battle was way more worthwhile than whatever I was doing for 20 minutes. Let's see how this looks from inside the car. Yeah, not too scary, I guess. Oh, I'm already disappearing in the distance behind them. Jeez. I feel the same way about this track that I do about the Nordschleife. It's a cool racetrack, and I appreciate watching other people race it. Because the racing here is great when people know what they're doing, as is evidenced by these two. But I just don't get it, you know? It's like... Well, that's the thing, like... And I think it's part of what frustrates me so much about this track is, I can't find any consistency. Like, my good laps and my bad laps are like 2 or 3 seconds apart. And it's like like you say, one mistake in the S's, or just getting the braking point to the final chicane wrong, or just getting your entry into the hairpin wrong. Like, just that little bit can be like whole seconds all at once. And there's nothing you can do about it when it happens. There's nowhere to make up that time, and it's just so frustrating to get around this track and just, you know, screw up over and over again. I just can't get any consistency here. And then when I finally do have a halfway decent lap, it's a second or more faster than my normal pace, and I can never get back to it, and it's still slower than literally everyone else. So, it's like, what's the point? I'm not weeping, I'm just yawning a lot. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Ugh. My goodness. coming down to the last 2 minutes. Is there one final yeet coming up? Ah, boy. This is close racing. This is better than a lot of races I've watched on TV in the past. Whee. Ooh, took a little bit of curb there. Still managed to catch up a little. I got more traffic coming up. Ooh, I'm gonna go in-car for this. Bouncy, bouncy. Ooh, both got loose going over the curb there. Ooh! Early break there. Making the lunge. Oh, this is good stuff. But he's got the inside line for the start of the chicane, but you will have it coming out. Ooh, tense. By a nose. Yep, you got clear. Go for the over-under. Didn't quite get there. That was good. That was a good shot. And that's the end of it. Great race, you guys. That was cool. Alright, you want to see what happened to Gene? We can see what happened to Gene. Yeah, he got a really good exit there. Alright, let's move on up here. Wait, he's already wrecked out at this point. What in the world? Well, he's not. It hasn't wrecked out, but all right. What happens to Gene at the start? 4 wide into T1. Well, there's your problem. Oh, he went wide. Are you kidding me? Went wide, touched the grass, and lost everything. All right. Well, that's a thing. Wow. Well, that's frustrating. Meanwhile, I'm still in the pits. Bad strat. Ooh, jeez. What was that? Was that Martin? What happened to Martin? Down at the end of the S's. Oh, he hits whoever that is in front of him. That's Scott. And it sends him around. Andres did not help him further. I want to see what that looked like from Gene's car, because that must have been tense. Ah, that's not too bad. Bruh. Don't kill the grass in Assetto Corsa. Oh, geez, 3 wide behind. So now Gene, after qualifying, what, P6? He's mired back here with the hoi polloi back here. Who's that right up his tailpipe? Stephen Plumels. Pulling to the inside. Gene defends aggressively. Oh, and he just got murdered. What the hell? This dude just murders him. What was that? He just doesn't brake. He just murdered Gene. He gets in the slipstream. Actually hits him there. What the hell? What is this dude doing? And he just straight up killed him. Yeah, let's see. Who's that ahead? So there's Wilkie. So he breaks before 200. And then Gene. And then this guy breaks after the 200 marker. He doesn't hit the brakes until way after he sees Gene hit the brake. There's no way he's making that corner. Even if there hadn't been anybody there, he would have been in the sand. He just braked on Gene's butt. You don't brake after 200. He just murdered Gene. Just straight up murdered Gene. Is he even still in the race at this point? Nope. He's out. He just knocked Gene out of the race. Straight up. Wow. That's really bad. just killed him. And that's after hitting him. Like, he hit Gene earlier on the backstretch and then just straight up killed him here. Well, even if he didn't see the sign, well, I mean, it's not like Gene was beside him. He just didn't brake. He just didn't brake. That's just awful. And it knocks Gene out of the race. All right, well, there you go. Gene, if you'd like to use this footage, you're certainly free to. For certain submissions on the website. Well, that was something. What series is this again? Glickenhaus. Yay! Split 2. There was a Split 2. Let's take a look. Eduardo Cavalcanti was in Split 2? What, did he skip last week or something? 15 laps and no incidents. Gets the clean win. Brian Pacelli in second. Pedro Luis third. Raul Juarez in fourth. Axel in fifth. A bunch of GTP guys stuck down here in Split 2. Phil Fallon, P6. Francisco in 7. Jamie Ortiz in 8th. Santiago Rosenzweig in 9th. Paudinaris, Alexander Jensen, Marcelo Candido, and David Walsh rounding out the 13 places. Ooh, geez. Jensen with the death on lap 6. Wow, that's weird. I didn't think Split 1 was that stacked, but did you miss last week, Eduardo? Because that's the only reason I would think of that it would stick you in the Split 2 was if you didn't have points from last week. Oh well. Somebody stop me. Alex Nelson takes the win by nothing over... Oh, look at this. Well, that's intriguing. 3 incident points. I didn't notice when any of that happened. But okay. Ethan takes the win on points. By a significant margin. Yeah, after week 1, the splits are decided by championship standing rather than driver rating. Driver rating basically becomes a tiebreaker, and your standing in the championship accounts for a lot more. So you can't just bank on a high driver rating to just get you into split 1 for free all the time. So let's see. This is tonight. So Alex and Ethan in first and second. James Leader taking the podium spot. Nick Barknecht in fourth. Scott Warner in fifth. Interesting slip of the mind. 3 incidents for Scott. Puts him at 81 points. Derek Abrego in 6th. And Andres in 7th. Martin Smith 8th. Johnny Major 9th. Well done. Max Speed 10th. Clean. Ties the split 2 winner. Anthony Castillo in 11th. Chris Pike 12th. Russ Nelson 13th. Stephen Pommels 14th after killing Gene. 6 incidents on the night. 2 of them on Gene. I got a clean 15th. Clean 15th gives you 71 points, so I outscored a handful of people ahead after starting literally in the back. 30 seconds behind everyone else. Diego Cisneros 16th. Gordon Jacobson 17th. Emiliano back to 18th. And then Ramiro dropped out early. Wilkie dropped out even earlier. Gene did not complete a lap. He got killed. Stephen Pommels cost him the entire race. Wow. YouTube is really being slow tonight. But yeah, Stephen Pommels cost Gene the entire race. He finishes with only penalty points. Vernon Whitley and Vicente de Silva. Oh, Vernon also got 3 incidents on the first lap and quit. I guess Vince didn't take the start. That's disappointing. Oh, boy. Well, that was something. Let's see. Standings. That's not the right series, is it? Nope. Click on the right thing. There we go. Ethan leads the championship with 200 points. James Leader 2nd. Scott Warner in 3rd. Mox in 4th. Martin 5th. Johnny Major 6th. Where's Alex? Oh, that's right. Alex had that huge crash last week. So he's in 7th. Chris Pike 8th. Anthony Castillo 9th. And somehow, just by showing up, I'm in the top 10. So, Too Old for Forza seems to be taking this one so far. Largely, I think, because Vince has had connection problems. Yeah, he totally skipped last week and then just gets a 0 for tonight because he didn't take the start. That's interesting. Kind of strange. Gene with the 63 last week and then -9 for getting killed and dropping out there. Get your bucks, I know. I should go do that. Yeah, Alex had that huge wreck and lap. It's the wreck that took me out of race 1. I can't believe I had a better finish tonight than I did there, but that was because of incident points. All right, well, that's that. Oh, I didn't even do my cool results screen thing. Oh, well, that's too bad. Next race for this series is at where? It is at Fuji, a track that I have basically never driven. The last time I drove a race at Fuji, it was in Atari pole position in an arcade sometime in the early 90s. So, there's that. That version of Fuji has no TV cameras. Awesome. So, I've never downloaded it. Look at that. I have not even downloaded this track. Huh. Well, that's a thing. There's no Mount Fuji at Fuji. Well, that seems like a waste of time. I don't know. I like supporting these guys. But, yeah. Meh. Fuji's like a meh. Okay, whatever. There is a complete one on Race Department. That's interesting. Speaking of Road Atlanta, after talking about how much the GP course and I don't get along, we're using the short course for BTCC because, as it turns out, if you turn right there at the top of the S's instead of a left, it's a nice easy right, and you get onto the back section. So that's cool. So we're going to be using Road Atlanta Short for the BTCC series. Next will be Thursday night, Imola with the 488s. That should be fun. I hope. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much that for my racing tonight. I'm tired. I'm gonna go sleep or something. I probably should. Or I'll stay up playing games because I don't know how to behave as an adult. So yeah, thanks for coming out. Congratulations, Ethan, on the points win for the race and leading the championship. So that's cool. Thanks for watching usual YouTube whore things, and I'll see you guys next time, whenever that happens to be. Thanks. It was fun somehow. Let's do it again. Just not right now. Exactly.